the public in which to speak, please fill out a speaker card and hand it to us up here, write the name of the application on it. My name is Donna Raftery. I am Chair of Community Board Two's SLA Committee. Other members that are present, Dr. Shirley Smith, Lois Rackoff, Susan Wittenberg, and Anthony Wong. So the way this works is I'll call on an item. When I call an application, come up. There's 2 microphones up there. Hopefully they're both working. We do our best. You can raise and lower the stand, lowers and raises in the middle. You can pull them out, whatever, but we need to use the microphones. So you'll review your application with the committee. Once you're done doing that, the committee will ask any questions. After we've done that, I will go to the public for any comments, and then we will go back to the applicant. I ask that there's no back and forth. Everybody addresses the committee and speaks respectfully to each other, to us, and about the applications. And again, remember to use the microphone. So we're taking the items out of order. If there is anyone here from items E1 and E2, which is Corvette LLC at 10 Downing Street. This was an alteration to add a sidewalk. That was number E1. That application has been waived. We had reviewed that back in 2022. Am I looking for one? Yeah, no, we reviewed that one in 2024. They have stipulations, they signed stipulations, and so we are waiving their appearance. And Damsel LLC doing business as Lords at 506 LaGuardia Place. This is also an alteration to add sidewalk seating. That's E2. And they had an agreement with us in 2022. It's less tables than that, and they have signed a stipulation agreement, so we are waiving their appearance. The first one we're going to hear is 6971 Mac LLC at 6971 McDougal. This is an on-premise for a restaurant.
Thank you.
C5.
I feel honored to cover the first one.
Oh, yeah, and that is C5. New Year's resolution was to call them out, and I'm still working.
How are you? How are you?
Is there anything new and different? Okay,
I just got some letters of support.
okay. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay? Thank you. Good evening. My name is Sandra Laya. I'm with Team CL Group. And I'm representing 6971 Mac LLC. I'm here with Mr. Peter Mosconi. This location is currently licensed under the DBA Villa Mosconi. This is a premise that has been licensed since the 1970s. Mr. Peter Mosconi, which is the owner, the son's owner, is going to be operating now with his father. He does operate Monty's, which is down the street, with his father. So this is a new application for a full liquor license. The location is not subject to 5 findings of adherence since it's been licensed since 1970. No adverse history. We did provide everything requested by the board. A deed was provided. The hours of operation are from 12 to 1 a.m. We will not be having outdoor seating at this location. We did submit a resume of his father. Mr. Mosconi has also been operating Monty's for 20 years now, correct?
Years up.
We did submit some letters of support from Mr. David Gruber on this application, and we're open to any questions that you have.
Okay. Is there any outside? Is there a rear yard or?
This location has it's not a rear yard, it's a windowed roof. That we are currently talking to an architect about how we could just renovate the location in the.
It has an approved variance from 20+ years ago, and
Okay,
the most recent one. We applied for I think for 20 more years from 2024.
yeah,
Pretty much,
I saw,
pretty much done. I think it was just a matter of the architect closing it out.
okay, and that's this little area over on the side there?
Yeah.
And then, what was my other thing? How many private parties do you have?
In the course of a year,
Yeah, 24.
25 to 50.
And then, what was my other thing? I think that was it. Yeah, you're closing at 1. Everything. Okay, does anybody from the committee have anything, Lois?
Only nice things, been both places, I live a couple of blocks away, the food is delicious and I'm glad you're staying. Are
Thank
you
you,
keeping the names?
most likely.
Thank you.
And it's not a transfer, is it? Is it a transfer
It's
or?
not a transfer.
It's not a
New
transfer,
application.
it's a new total new, okay. All right, is there anybody here from the public on this one? Okay, thank you,
Thank you all.
Very much. Good night.
good night. Okay, the next application is going to be General Meal JP LLC at 177 Lafayette Street.
That's next door, that's not us.
Is this anything new in here from the youth center?
No, that's the, nothing to do.
Okay. Here, here.
I'm not sure exactly.
Can we?
Yeah.
Sorry, Donna, what is it? This is B3, Lois.
Yes. Thank you.
General Mill JP LLC at 177 Lafayette Street. Okay, you want to introduce yourselves and go right ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Ma.
Louder, can't hear you.
Like, what? If you want to have a conversation, please take it out to the hall. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
The attorney for the applicants.
Is that microphone on? Are you getting it through the?
Hello?
Yeah, that's better.
Hi, my name is Andrew Ma. I'm the attorney for the applicants, General Meal JP LLC. This is for a new restaurant wine and beer license located at 177 Lafayette Street. To my right is the owner, is Lu Wang. The applicant is a small Japanese ramen restaurant. It's a restaurant first operation with wine and beer served only as an accessories to the meals. The menu will focus on Japanese, French fusion style ramens. The proposed hours of operation are modest, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Friday and Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The restaurant will have 39 seats in total, including 33 table seats and 6 bar seats. There will be no standing bar, no promoted events, no DJs, and no live music. Music will only be background level, played at low volumes. There's no outdoor seating, no sidewalk cafe, no use of the backyard or rooftop. All service and consumption will occur entirely indoors. In short, this is a small, quiet, food-driven restaurant intending to operate responsibly. We respectfully request the board's approval of this application. Thank you for your time, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions.
Okay, thank you. So when we say the times, just to make sure you know that, that means all patrons are out by that time. Okay. So that was that. And which storefront is this?
This is the third in the.
Is it-
Yeah.
Is it next to the right of the color?
It's to
This
the
is photo
left.
lab.
It's a photo lab now?
Is it replacing the photo lab?
Yes.
It's replacing the photo lab, okay. Okay. And is there any access to the passenger elevator that I see on the drawings? I think. Yeah. It looks like there's a passenger elevator that's adjacent, but I don't see a door. It doesn't look like,
Yeah,
There.
there's no interior access
okay.
to the customers.
Okay.
For private use.
And there's no patrons downstairs?
Not at the moment,
Okay, so it's only the bathroom for the patrons is upstairs,
yes.
okay. And, you're going to be managing?
Me?
Yeah,
No, actually, one of my partners, Tony Ng, is going to be the main manager, and we also hired a Japanese manager. His name is Hoshi.
okay, and so is Tony going to be the one who's there on a daily basis, or are you there on a daily basis as well?
He is.
So-
I'll be there, not as frequent as he is.
Okay, so how often will you be there? It's like,
Like at least 3 times a week.
okay. And are you in the area or?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
because.
Yeah.
And so. So then was Tony going to be listed as, what do you need, a personnel questionnaire when it goes to the liquor authority, since he's essentially?
We will discuss among ourselves. We talk on a daily basis.
Okay, I think you have, I mean, if he's the person who's there 7 days a week, I think you need to submit something. Since you're not the one who's there 7 days a week, it sounds like he's going to be there. Running the place more than you are going to be there running the place, so I think there will need to be something submitted for him.
Sure, no. Okay, no problem.
But he's not a principal,
He's not a principal.
okay. I think that's it with my, does anybody, Anthony?
You have the menu here for salmon noodle. How are you associated with salmon noodle, which is next door?
No, we are salmon noodle.
So you're expanded.
No, we're not, expanding. It's the same space.
So have you opened already?
Yes, we've opened.
Are you serving alcohol? So is it in, so which space is salmon noodle in? Then not the color lab space, the
Not
space
the
to the
color.
right of the color lab space
Yeah,
if
so
you're
it's a little
looking.
weird.
So it's not the color lab space.
It's next.
Oh, it's next to it. You had said it was. That was our
Sorry,
confusion.
That's nice.
Okay, so it's a little space. Do you know which space it is?
I think originally the space was taken by a restaurant, a Japanese restaurant, perhaps in the same capacity. And they closed out, and that's why we are moving in.
So when did you move in? I mean, this is your restaurant, so you should,
Yeah, let me try to think. Early last year, mid last year or late this year, we started the renovation during
The salmon noodle is already open. You're not taking over Sushi Delic space, right? They're still open.
No, they're still, we're right next to each other, Shushi Deli, and we use same.
Unless there's a little space right between a color lab.
so where is salmon noodle?
Right next to Sushi Delic.
Which is right next to the color lab.
Yeah, so supposedly.
It's
there's a
this little space on the Google map
Yeah, supposedly
that,
there's a.
hang on a second.
So is this an expansion of salmon noodle
No,
or a totally new business?
it's a new business. So we're salmon noodle, that's our training.
So. Here's the place. What? This is the place you're talking about, that's the photo place. And then,
Why don't we also have a DBA name on here?
yeah, why don't we have a DBA name?
Yeah.
They're doing business as name.
So we might need to amend that to the CBA.
So I'm confused, and then which? And then which space is Sushidelic?
The one with the seating outside.
Here.
Yeah.
And then this little retail space is 7. So it is the photo lab space that you're going into. Can you show us which space is yours?
Please think. Wait, sorry. Okay, so this is the photo, right? And this is Wait, let me hold on. This is the cafe. And this is the place where it's supposed to be.
And where are you now?
Yeah, but over here. Like over here.
saying they're not selling.
Wait, did it show that there's a salmon noodle somewhere?
No,
Over here?
you say there is a salmon noodle. Is there a salmon noodle that's open? Is it open?
Yeah, it is open.
Okay, which one of these? This is a Google map from,
Well, here it says salmon noodle 177 Lafayette.
Yeah.
right, well, this is all one
That's online.
seventy-seven
Okay, so all
Lafayette.
177.
So this is from September twenty twenty-four.
Right, so this, we're not open yet. at that
Okay, so
point.
which
That's
space
why-
are you open into?
This one.
And where is this
This is the
application
entrance
for?
For this one.
So you're applying for the space that you already have.
Yeah,
You're adding a liquor license to it,
yes,
but there's
exactly.
And
already,
you already have it online that you have, I mean, this is your website, I'm just looking at it. So is this what you want to, I mean, are you currently selling this now?
That's what we're planning to sell.
Planning, but not
Yeah,
currently, okay.
Yeah,
okay. And so you don't, but the trade name then is salmon noodle, is that, I mean, that's what you're operating under, is that what you're applying to the liquor authority for, or are you changing your name?
Yes, we're going to add a trade name.
But the store is open
Yes,
with a trade name,
yes,
are you changing the trade name?
yes, we'll be adding the trade name. Before we weren't going to use the trade name salmon noodles, but now we are. Where does Kim?
Are you the principal of Salmon Noodle?
yeah, I'm not sure that I understand the question. Can you just repeat?
So you're applying for a liquor license under the corp name General Meal JT LLC.
Right.
You're doing business name as what's on your storefront
Mm,
is Salmon Noodle.
right.
Are you changing that, or is that the name? You're known as name, your public facing name, not your legal entity name, but your public facing name is going to be what?
Salmon noodle.
Yes，它说的是哪座是名字？是
哦，那就是 salmon。
Yeah.
Good, updated.
So there's a slight misunderstanding. She had a trouble understanding what exactly
Yeah.
a trade name was.
Okay,
Her intention is the store name is gonna be salmon noodles. So that's gonna be a DBA or assumed name.
okay, so. It sounds like you're open. You're serving food. You're serving soft drinks, I guess. You're not serving alcohol. You want to serve alcohol, so you're adding alcohol to the premises.
Correct.
But the premises is already open, it's been operating without a liquor license, and now you wanna add a liquor license.
Yes.
That's what the change is.
Correct.
Okay,
There's pictures of the liquor bottle
except. There's pictures of a liquor bottle,
in your store.
in the
I
store.
mean, there's a picture on here in one of the reviews that you're serving alcohol. Is that true or is that not true? Cause we can just go check. It's not hard to do that. It's just, you know, at some point. There needs to be some clarity of whatever is happening here.
So I think they're serving alcohol under a temporary license.
How do they have a temporary license?
你们之前就是你递上去，这个新的19。
其实你跟我说的有点是
Right, they have a temporary license at this time.
So they've already put this application into the liquor authority?
Yes.
After you laid it over with us saying that you wouldn't put it into the liquor authority without coming here?
I have no idea what.
Well, you were here back in, I believe it was July or at some point,
Yes, I was here in July.
and she was not
I
here.
was not here.
And then you laid the liquor license over to come back here with her, and then you withdrew the liquor license application. But then you went ahead and filed it?
No, I did not.
Well, who did? I mean, if there's a temporary license, somebody filed the liquor license.
So, I mean, it says right here online that you serve wine. that one of the partners, has a winery. And you have wine on your menu and at times have offered free wine for dining customers. It's just what it says online.
I'm not aware of that.
Can you explain
Can you refer to my?
Hashwani, just.
Anthony wants to.
Well,
Let them have a sidebar.
you guys wanna go, let me take some other applications and go talk about it and come back, because you have a temporary license. You were supposed to come back here before you filed your liquor license application. So I'd really like to understand how this got filed, if you don't know about it. Who does, and who's the principal who's responsible for it, if she is not, so why don't you go talk and we'll call you back up again.
Good idea.
Okay, the next one is going to be Noury NYC LLC at 137 Sullivan Street. And again, if anybody's come in from the public and wishes to speak on an application, fill out a speaker card and hand it to me, please.
Anything new other than the last?
Yeah, this afternoon, apologies.
Exactly, I was like. Thanks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Matt Borowick, here from Hober on Levy. Today I'm representing Noury NYC LLC, proposed address 137 Sullivan Street. Also here with principal and owner, Lena. This is a beer and wine license on a premise that has had multiple beer and wine licenses since I believe 2006. It's a small premise, 46 total seats. It will be background music only, no televisions. I believe the identical method of operation as the previous tenant as stipulated by the community board. I'd like to highlight that 13 of the signatures that my client has collected were from residents of the building that they would occupy. And I'd just like to turn it over to Lena to say a few things about herself and the content.
Hello, I'm Lena. I'm a longtime resident of the West Village. Actually went to PS 41 just down the street. Very proud girl from the West Village. And super excited about this new project. I'm a sommelier, so I take care of the beverage program. I take it very seriously, and my husband is the chef. Thank you.
Thanks, Lena, and happy to open it up to any questions.
Okay, this is number B2.
Okay.
Okay, so the hours, 11 to 12,
Yes.
Sunday to Thursday.
Yes, that's correct. And then I believe 11 to 1 AM Friday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Is there any outside? Do you have a plan to add outside seating?
No plan at the moment. Not ruling out in the future, but we just haven't looked into that just quite yet.
Okay, and if you were to put outside out there, would you agree to close it at 10?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. But you don't have any plans for it now, you,
One step at a time.
okay. Is there any patron use of the basement?
No,
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 okay,
just storage.
okay, and then, is there a rear yard area?
No, there's no public use of your rear yard or anything of that sort.
Okay, is there a way to get to the rear yard?
I don't believe there is a.
Oh, okay, that's, I thought I,
That alleyway on the side.
yeah,
That
I
kind of, I don't know, extends sort of behind
Mm-hmm,
the restaurant, but it's not gonna be.
it's not, nobody's gonna use it.
No.
Yeah, there's no
Okay.
access of the restaurant, it's just kind of dead space.
Okay, and it's 21 tables, 42 seats, and no little bar with 4 seats, so it's 46 seats, does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay, hmm. And the front opens up, so you close the front at 10? The door?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Background music? Yeah, no benches outside,
No,
no, there's nothing outside.
no,
You'll close the door to 10?
correct.
Okay, it's background music only, there's
Correct.
no live music,
Correct.
there's no TVs.
No,
You won't put the speakers right next to the window so
No.
that they play outside, and there's a letter of no objection, okay, I think that's it for me, does anybody from the committee, Dr. Smith?
You put on the application private parties. How many private parties do you think you might have?
I would say maybe at most once a month, maybe during December, like 3, if we're lucky.
Yeah, I believe we go
So we-
to a month, you know,
So,
on
18
average,
a
one.
year,
Yeah, we'd love that, yeah.
Also, I noticed you didn't put any price points near your food.
Oh, I'm sorry. I would say an appetizer would probably run anywhere from $14 to $38, and then entrees probably anywhere from 28 to 48.
thank you.
Yes.
Does anybody else have anything? Is there anybody here from the public on this application? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one is going to be the DH9 Crosby LLC and Crescent Hotel Management Services LLC at 9 Crosby. This is an hotel license, it's a transfer. So basically what we have.
We were laid over from the previous meetings, just to make sure that we met with the community members one more time, which.
Could you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Barbara Pond with the Dano Group. With me, I have John Soloff, who is currently with the hotel as the food and beverage director. Also have Nikhil here, who will be the boots on the ground management representation of the new owner, and then Camille is my assistant.
Okay.
So this is the Nouveau Soho Hotel, which I'm sure this board is well aware of. It is the hotel that is bookended by Howard and Grand between Crosby and Lafayette. It's been in existence for quite some time. This would be the 3rd set of owners. We've met quite a bit with Michelle Choi, who lives right across from the hotel, and spent a lot of time negotiating with the hotel's past owners and understands the method of operation that we propose to keep, which is consistent with what the current owners have with the restricted hours and no service of alcohol in any of the outdoor areas. Other than that, there's not much to point out except that, you know, there will be only recorded music, it's background volume, no live music. Any DJ will be only in the lounge area, which was something that was previously negotiated. There are no entertainment, no dancing, no private events. The new owners want to step in and manage the hotel. This is subject to a bankruptcy proceeding, which is hopefully going to close this week. And any changes they plan on making to the physical premises and method of operation obviously will come here first. The proper notification.
Okay, and the DJ in the lounge goes through the existing sound system that's controlled by the limiter. So you went through all,
Oh, every page.
every page.
I have summary pages for the current operator.
Okay, and so so it's the same as what it was. And Michelle was emailing and saying, okay. And the only thing that I heard separately from Michelle is just to make sure you use the outside seating, correct? I believe people sit outside,
Seasonally correct.
but there is no alcohol
There's no alcohol.
served outside. Okay. And no live music, and did they go through noise emanating out onto?
No, there's supposed to be no amplified music
Or any speakers kind of that can be heard on Crosby Street or anything else, so you've heard all of that too. Okay, very good. So,
Yes, all of our phone numbers.
okay, that's good. Does anybody on the committee have anything? No? Is there anybody here from the public on this one? Okay,
I'm just gonna-
What- go ahead,
it's-
part of
It's
that.
really important in this, just to keep in communication with the neighbors, because that's what, you see, they're very interested, but I also think you can work with them,
100%.
whatever your operations are, as long as it doesn't.
Very reasonable.
I also want to thank you for laying it over at the last minute last time and doing this, because I just think it makes it all just a lot better, so.
We understand the importance.
Yeah, so you'll get new stipulations that say the same thing as what they said before. Okay,
Great.
okay, great, thank you. And it went much faster than it would have last month, I'm just saying. Okay. Moving on, the next one is going to be Soho Hotel Owner LLC and Soho Hotel Manager doing business as 11 Howard, the Blond, 138 Lafayette.
My client's still getting in contact with his partner. We're probably not gonna get through. Can we postpone this matter?
You wanna come back next time?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
The same. I mean, why don't you just sit here for a minute, let us go.
You wanna do that first?
Well, I-
Okay.
Okay, just give me 1 minute, I'm just, yeah, come on up, we'll go to general meal again. This. You're up. So, just explain.
So she's been trying to get into contact with her manager to see what exactly happened. She,
It sounds like the manager is more in charge than she is, so. But the manager isn't a principal.
no, it's not a principal.
I'm just not sure what to do with this, because you've already filed the application, it has a temporary thing, we have no stipulations in place, we have an email from you saying that the application would not have been filed.
Right, we're not sure what happened. She's.
Well, but how is she even the principal if she doesn't understand what's going on with her business? I'm just saying, this is like really problematic, because if a liquor license, something as important as a liquor license is, let me just finish what I'm gonna say, so it is on the record. Something as important as a liquor license is being filed without her knowledge, how is she possibly going to run the establishment?
I agree.
So what do you wanna lay this over, even though their application's already sitting there?
We would need the additional time to find out what happened.
They've already applied.
You've already applied, so I don't know.
I don't have the inside information. We need to talk to the manager to see what happened.
Who filed the application? The manager without her knowledge? Who, and we
We're not
can't
sure.
see who even,
We're not sure.
I mean, I honestly don't. But I know it's a, I mean, we can't lay it over because you've already filed the application. We don't even know who filed the application, we don't know who's in charge and apparently, if we were to give you a stipulation agreement and she were to sign it, I don't know how relevant that is because somebody else already filed an application.
So we'll just
So-
say that they will send one.
Yeah, we'll just send the liquor authority.
No
Something,
idea.
because I mean, I just have no idea what's going on with this application and she wasn't here last time, I think she, and.
I understand.
No,
I mean, they
yeah.
can say they'll come back, but we're gonna have to. see.
Yeah, I mean, you can, if you wanna come back, you can come back.
Yeah,
Once
they
it's
need
sorted
to.
out, you need to come back, and you need to come back. But
We're still.
we're still going to discuss
Yeah.
this and
Yep.
forward something to the liquor authority that explains all of this. And you can send something to the office again and let them know that you wanna come back next month, you'll sort this out and come back and explain it to us
Sure.
next month.
That would be great.
Okay, so send the office that, I guess you will not be telling them again that you will not be filing the application because the application is already filed. But I would really appreciate it if you come back next month and have this all sorted out, and if that, and bring the manager, because it seems like the manager is the one who's actually running the show. So, and maybe the manager's name should be on the application or something, but try to get this sorted out.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go back to Soho Hotel.
All the information is the same, but we highlighted the
Oh, thank
space a
you.
little bit better so that you.
Yeah. You want.
Yes, that would be great.
So hi, good evening, Ben Savitsky, Ernst and Savitsky, Atlanta, on behalf of Soho Hotel Owner LLC and Soho Hotel Manager LLC. They do business as a hotel 11 Howard. This is an HL license. We're here tonight under alteration application. The restaurant La Rubia has been operating at the base of 11 Howard for, I think, since 2022. The hotel's been operating for about a decade. What this application is doing is it's bringing La Rubia into the hotel liquor license. La Rubia was previously operated by a third party. It's better that it's part of the hotel, and they're taking it back inside. From the customer's perspective, nothing is really going to change. They might change the trade name. For now, it's going to still be operated as La Rubia. It's going to be an all-day menu, a full-service restaurant, the same as La Rubia is now. This is Thomas Lunsford. He's with the hotel. He can answer any questions that you might have about about what's going on in the hotel, what's going to happen in La Rubia. The easiest thing to look at is the diagram that we provided, and you can see La Rubia has an entrance directly from the street, and then there's also an entrance into the lobby of the hotel. All that's staying the same. The hours of operation that we're proposing are the same as what La Rubia is operating as now, which is 7 a.m. to midnight, Sunday through Wednesday, and 7 a.m. to 2 a.m., Thursday through Saturday. All the same stipulations that La Rubia had, we're willing to agree to incorporate into the hotel. That means no dancing, no DJ, no ropes. The only thing that's different is that La Rubia had a sidewalk cafe. We're not anticipating operating a sidewalk cafe out here, at least now. If we want to in the future, we will come back. Everything at the hotel is remaining exactly the same as well. This is just going to be another F&B opportunity for the hotel and for customers of the hotel.
Okay, so being that I have to add this into the hotel agreement. So what area, you wrote out the hours,
Yeah, so.
right, so where is that bistro patron area?
The bistro patron area is the library area that's on, I think it's on the second.
Second floor, okay,
Yeah, and then the Blond is also on the second floor.
okay,
Now, the Blond has the 4 a.m. license.
okay,
The bistro area has the 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. And then this will be the 7 a.m. to midnight, 7 a.m. to 2 a.m.
yeah, please. I just want to see, like, which area is the bistro area and which area is the lounge area?
This is the Blonde on the second.
Okay, that's what I figured, and that's the bistro, okay, so I guess that, okay, great. Okay, and then, and there's no dancing,
In this space, there's no dancing, there's recorded background music only. That's it.
is there any dancing anywhere?
No dancing.
I don't think there's any
No,
dancing anywhere, right, okay, and then there's that one terrace that's up on the,
There's a 12th floor terrace that they use for guests that have an event or something like that.
Right.
But those stipulations stay exactly the same.
which is,
Nobody out there has
That's one o'clock.
no
Okay.
amplified anything.
right, okay.
Bathrooms.
Oh, yeah, the bathrooms, so the bathrooms are where, on the
The
second floor,
Yeah, these guests use those bathrooms as well.
so they have to go up to there, okay. Just the same as before. And they can access this either through the lobby or through the street. Okay, I think that's it with my questions. Dr. Smith?
On my application there, there are no hours listed at all.
So if you go to the last page of the questionnaire, we just separated it out, so it's easier to see. I could show you if you like.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Right, so that's-
Question. Yeah. So here's the current hotel and therefore we're asking for the addition.
Is that it?
Yes.
Does anybody else have anything? Anybody from the public on this application?
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Thor James, this might as well. Thor James Hotel, Leaseco LLC and Highgate Hotels LP doing business as Modernhaus Soho, Jumpin Jacks and Jimmy, 2327 Grand Street, on-premise hotel and lounge rooftop. Alteration is to remove areas. This is item A3. This is gonna
Same
be-
thing, except that it's-
Yeah, but this one's more complicated,
Okay.
I think.
So good evening again, Ben Spinsky here on behalf of Thor James Hotel Leaseco LLC and Highgate Hotel LP. This is the Modernhaus Soho. It's at 23-27 Grand Street. It's between Thompson and Sixth Avenue. It used to be the James Hotel, right? So this is the reverse of the application that we just did. This is to take a space that was licensed as part of the hotel and take it out of the hotel. In September of 2025, you guys heard an application from Kima Soho, which the community board approved for this space that we are taking out. They are going to be operating a restaurant there and they wanted to do it on their own liquor license. So now we have to close the circle there and take it out of the hotel license so that they can apply and get their own license. Everything else at the hotel is remaining exactly the same.
Okay. The hotel lobby bar, is that the second floor?
Yes,
Yes, and you are?
Sylvie Cohen, a representative with Thor,
Okay.
at Hotel AB.
I apologize.
Okay, and then the 18th floor,
That's the Jimmy, that's the
That stays.
indoor and outdoor, and that stays exactly the same.
and what time does that close? That's 1 AM and 2 AM?
weekends.
It's,
And-
so the lobby bar is 7 AM to midnight, Sunday through Wednesday, and 7 AM to 1 AM, Thursday through Saturday. And then the Jimmy closes out 1 AM, Monday through Wednesday, 2 AM, Thursday through Saturday, and then 1 AM on Sunday.
So it's Sunday to Wednesday.
Yeah, except on Sunday, they open it at 3
Oh, I
PM.
don't care. I don't care more what time.
I think it's part of the stipulations with,
Million page.
Right, I know. That's why I'm trying to simplify this because I'm
okay.
I'm just, because I'm gonna have to rewrite, you know what?
Oh, my, we'll just attach this and.
Attach that whole thing. Okay, all right.
I think that's what happened before too.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I try to at some point, it's, okay, so it's Sunday to Wednesday is 1 AM for Jimmy's and Thursday to Saturday is
2 AM.
2 AM for Jimmy's, okay. Okay. So I think that's it, I don't think there's anything, because nothing's changing from what was there and you're just removing the things that we went through. My biggest confusion was where the treehouse is, which I'm still not complete.
Why is that being removed?
Because a new group that we heard in September, Kim,
Yeah, well,
The idea is you guys consolidated everything into one operation. We're very
Oh, I
adamant
see what
about
you're
doing it. And now it's spun back off again. I think gone back and forth a couple of times. Am I right on that? With
I mean, I-
operators? So what's the,
This restaurant's been operated by the hotel and co-licensees for a very long time, and so now it's another group's coming in and taking, they want their own liquor license.
okay.
okay.
Thank you.
Is there anybody here from the public on this one? No?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, the next one is going to be Cholapink Corp at 32 Spring Street, on premise for restaurant. This is item C2.
Yes.
Sorry, which number did you say, Donna?
C2. See if anything any
Sorry.
different than what you sent, and nothing, no.
Everyone was a C. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
No. All right.
Hi, everyone. Adriana here from Felix Leaving, presenting on behalf of Cholapink Corp. I also have the project and operational manager, Jack Sheldon, with me as well. This is an application for full liquor for a fast casual food-focused, food-led restaurant that will be doing a spin on traditional Peruvian dishes and one Peruvian cocktail. The operations is going to be 11 a.m. to midnight. I would like to note that in the packet, we have also indicated that the last seating will be 11 p.m. That extra hour there just to make sure that people get to leave. No one's being pushed out onto the street, anything like that. It will be background music only. Also, one thing to note, because of the nature of the concept, there's no actual customer bar where you have patrons sitting at the bar. There will be an ordering counter, and the drinks will be stored and made in the kind of in the kitchen area. Again, it's not a traditional bar in that sense, being that the focus here is not alcohol at all. The premise holds a standard 74 occupancy, 48 seats on the ground floor, roughly 3,000 square feet, a little bit more give or take. We do have plans eventually to use the terrace that's located on the second floor. When that's able to be used, it won't have any music whatsoever. There will be greenery, plants, and umbrellas as well to mitigate and absorb any sound from people speaking up there. And it's accessed through an internal staircase from the ground floor. The premise will have minor soundproofing, more so to just keep the sound from kitchen exhaust. But again, that's really the day-to-day. And then to speak to the passion behind the project, I'd like to turn it over to Jess, so he can tell you more about the concept and why they're so excited to be at this location.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, I'm Jack Sheldon. I'm the project lead for Cholapink. Peruvian cuisine is hugely well regarded globally because of its hugely diverse, both culturally and in terms of its produce. That's led to a huge fine dining scene in Lima, Peru. And this project, Cholapink, is co-founded by Jaime Pasake. His restaurant in Lima, Peru has been voted in the 50 best restaurants in the world 4 years in a row. Jaime's passion for this project is to bring that quality of Peruvian cuisine and culture in a more accessible format, in a kind of fast casual format, and create hopefully what is a really fantastic asset for the local neighborhood.
Okay, thanks. So is the service by waitstaff or?
Yes, so the customer will come and order at the counter. If they are taking out, they will walk out. Those who are dining in, we will have runners taking the food to them.
Okay, so we're on the diagram here, where do they order at this thing that says service bar?
I'm happy to point it out.
Yeah,
Yes, service bar, yes.
At the service bar, but then there are seats there too.
There's no seats at the.
There's little circles on what I printed out, which might be these little circles are those seats or?
Oh, so this is completely blocked off. You can see in some of the renders that I showed. So it goes floor to ceiling. It's glass, so you'll be able to see some of the kitchen to see the food being prepared. Drinks will be taken out of this gap here in the kitchen and then delivered to those who are dining in. And this is where customers would come to order, so that would be the customer.
Oh, okay, okay, got it, thank you. Okay, and the doors will be closed at all times?
Correct, yeah.
No TVs?
No TVs.
All right, so my concern is with the terrace. Did we speak to any of the neighbors? That's part of this application, you're licensing the terrace. There's nothing that shows. The terrace goes right behind, if I understand correctly, because we had another application here. There's the rear yard of the building next to you, and then the terrace. So there's.
Again, I'm happy to point.
It's listed as a roof deck and then.
Yep, so There's going to be stairs on that ground floor.
See, this is another drawing I have.
Oh, okay.
So, but if you can show me, I mean, your drawing, I have this photograph.
Yes. So, this would be the ground floor.
Right, and then this.
Exactly, and this exit here will remain. This exit here would remain towards the back, which was in that dining space that I showed previously. You go up these steps, and then the terrace is effectively on the second floor in this space here.
Which is
Yes.
here,
Yes, correct.
which is,
And so all of that is not part of the premise.
that I understand, but this is somebody's apartment,
These are apartments and
and this is their
residential garden.
residential.
So you walk
roof
through that
deck.
to the steps?
Their steps go, so
would lead directly to the.
No, there is no access from the apartment.
right, no, I understand that there's no access, but my point is that this is right next to their roof deck in their apartment.
Correct.
And all of these people here are looking down at this,
Correct.
and your patron sitting outside here.
Correct.
And did we talk to all these people? And it's never been licensed before. And did we talk to all these residents that live in these buildings to see how they feel about having people sitting outside eating and drinking until 11 o'clock at night every night?
I haven't spoken to all of the residents, no, that's right.
You spoke on the end.
No, I think it's worth noting at this point, the terrace is gonna be going under a process with the Department of Building called a CCD1. So at the current time, we are not able to operate that terrace as part of the demise.
But we're considering that as part of this application, because I just asked if it was part of the application and you said yes.
So yes, we do have plans to use it once we're legally allowed to. The outreach that was done, I don't know exactly if the people that are directly looking over due to, weather, winter, it's kind of hard to get in contact with everyone, but even when that area is to be in use, you won't be able to actually look down and see.
So I'm going to suggest, and see if you're open to this, removing the terrace from this application.
We're happy to do
And then
that.
you can come back for an alteration to the application.
Actually,
What?
it's public interest. This is the time for.
I would be very happy with that approach, yes, at this time, we're not expecting to be able to utilize.
I think we should just take the application as presented. I mean, you're expanding a use in a tenement neighborhood. Putting a rear yard in open till 11. I mean, it's never been licensed before. What's the public interest? Explain to us why you want to impose on your neighbors like that?
We didn't receive any pushback, and if we.
And did you
Whatever.
post on every single door that has windows that face the backyard? I mean, that's kind of, you said you couldn't do it because of the weather. Do you have pictures of postings on every residential building
No, I
in the
don't.
donut? Okay, so,
Like, as I was saying, we're more than happy to not use that. We, again, right now, we can't use it anyway. It's going to be a very long time before it can be used anyway. We wanted to be transparent about our intentions of using it if we were allowed to, and to have the proper documentation for that.
and I think we need to be transparent in the opposition to it. And I don't know if I speak for everybody else here, but in the tenement buildings in Little Italy, to expand it in the backyard at this day and age is not
Right.
really okay.
We
So,
can remove that.
no, I'm being transparent with you. We need to consider it as part of this application, because that's what you presented to us. And that should be part of the 500-foot hearing, because that is measuring the impacts of noise, et cetera, on all the things. So you guys have brought this to us. I don't think that we should consider it just the way you brought it to us. So I'm not sure why there's any negotiation
You
on it.
do think we should consider
Yeah.
it just what you brought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's.
No, Carter, I hear you and I really appreciate the feedback. I would like to highlight that this application has not been filed because we wanted to come here and do this the right way. So it won't be part of the 500-foot hearing if we agree to not use it, because it won't be part of the application at all.
But I guess to Carter's point, the intention is to use it, if you could get permission to use it.
And it's.
So it's the same thing, and it's in the application, and it's the same thing we say with the sidewalk seating. We measure the impacts, whether you're, most of the time now, people are not filing for the sidewalk because they have to go through the DOT process and they can't. But we want to see what people are intending to do with the sidewalk because we measured those impacts at that time. And you're intending to use the terrace if you can get permission to use the terrace.
But if we're not getting the support or the permission from you guys, then obviously we're not going to.
Okay, so to that point, matches right up with Carter's point, which is we will weigh the whole application as presented, so we consider that at this time,
It's the intention.
because that is the intention.
Well, she said if there's objection, it's not the intention.
Well, that's what we're saying. So,
Okay, let's clarify. So, but your intention would be in the future. That would remain the same, even though it's not your intention now?
if. in the
I would
future-
rephrase Susan's question just to say, would you sign a stipulation agreement that says you will not be using the terrace?
That's what we're saying.
There will be no use of the terrace ever.
Ever?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Because you guys are showing us that there is opposition, there's concerns. So that's important to us. Again, we want to be an asset to the community. We want to make sure that the quality of life of people is not going to be negatively impacted.
What's it gonna put on problem?
Oh, yeah, I want
to ask
you, okay, I understand you're gonna withdraw the terrace, but you started to say, and you didn't finish the sentence, were you going to cover the terrace?
So it wouldn't be completely covered or enclosed, but there would be plans and umbrellas and things like that, so that when people, if we were able to get approval, which we've discussed that we're not doing that, it would be to provide privacy for people that are dining and also to add additional privacy for anyone's windows that would overlook that area.
Thank you.
But I thought you said you all were going to not have considered it
I
all.
will see the answer in the
Yeah.
To say
Okay, I just wanted to be clear. Thanks.
Okay, does anybody have
I
any?
do have-
Yeah, go ahead, Donna.
I noticed the food looks good, by the way.
Oh, great, thank you.
Yeah, I don't see any price points, though. You talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, happy to talk to that. So the kind of main centerpieces of the menu is anticuchos, these protein skewers. They'll be priced around $10 to $18. The sides would be priced at around $5 to $8. The drinks, we've got flavored lemonades and cold brews, they'd be around $5 to $6. So we expect the average order value for a customer to be around $25, so hopefully relatively affordable for the community.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything? Is there anybody here from the public on this? So, guess we'll discuss it in business session and see where everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks. Okay, the next application is going to be Kim One Holding LLC, 109-111 Mulberry.
Good evening, everybody. Let me just disperse my papers, so. Thank you. Thank you.
Is there anything new in here from what you sent in?
Thanks.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello. Can you hear me well?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Good evening, everybody. This is Alice Zhang. I'm the attorney for the applicant in One Holding LLC. My client gonna do the business under the name of the joint group Winsome. This is for the premises, 109 Mulberry Street is between the Canal Street and the Hester Street. This place, previously, was running as a restaurant. They have a legalized before. My client, the principal, Kim Jung, he had a lot of experience on the restaurants. he opened almost 10 restaurant before. So for this one, he gonna run it as a dim sum restaurant, offering a lot of varieties like dumplings, soup dumplings, fried rice, those. So the business is gonna open like a 10 to 12 every day, like from Monday to Sundays. This will be a simple one. They don't have any outdoor seating, no terrace, no sidewalk views. So for the music, only have a background quiet one. So we have 5,000 square feet. So we have floors. So first floor gonna be like around 4,000 square feet, and then the second floor is like a mezzanine floor, is 1,000. So from the first floor, we have a stair to leading to the mezzanine floor. So each floor have their own bathrooms. We have a bar to serve the juice, the wines.
So this is a full liquor license?
Yes.
Okay. My first question is, why is this a full liquor license and not a restaurant, just a beer and wine license? Because all of these other 10 other establishments are just restaurant wine. So why is this one not?
In front of the bar, they want to offer this opportunities for people who love to drink. The liquor, that's like add more varieties.
But you don't do that anywhere else. This was, I mean, previously this was just a restaurant wine license. That's what the prior applicant had.
Oh, you mean
There.
the
The Skybird or New York Vibes was just,
Vibes.
yeah. So, and before they came in, it was previously unlicensed. So it was unlicensed before they came in. They came in with the restaurant wine, and now you want an on-premise license. And your 10 other applications that your licenses are, none of them are a full liquor license at any of these other places.
Yeah, but I noticed for this street, right, like a lot of on-premise liquor license.
So that's why they need more of them? I'm just trying to figure that out. That's kind of. And the other place closed at 11, Sunday to Thursday, and 12 Friday and Saturday. And then
That's a big.
and it's so big, and the certificate of occupancy, it just says eating and drinking in the,
It's over 100, yeah, if I remember correctly, it's about it.
so that's, so, okay, so first of all, it says eating and drinking in the cellar, so I'm not sure how that works. It says eating and drinking in the cellar.
But the cellar is on the ground floor. Yeah, it's on the ground level. So I think on the certificate of occupancy.
The cellar is because it says eating and drinking in the cellar, mechanical in the cellar, and tenant storage and bike room in the cellar. And then it says the first floor is a residential lobby, and then the first floor is retail, upper level mezzanine. And I'm not sure if that retail, because it doesn't say eating and drinking, it just says retail. And then it's,
Yeah, my client is applying for the permit, and approved from the DOB.
well, I didn't see anything in DOB. We didn't find anything with DOB that said it was approved. I just have it, I see that something was applied for, and it's a temporary from November 26th. But I didn't see any permanent certificate of occupancy.
No, currently the premise is under construction, so they submit the application for permit, and then After that, so they're gonna build it as a restaurant.
Okay. Okay. And then the other thing, while Carter's looking at that part of it, was that I have 106 seats on the ground floor. But you have 128 seats, hang on one second. So I counted 106 seats on what you're calling the ground floor and 22 seats on what you're calling the mezzanine. So that's 126 seats. Then you're saying the proposed occupancy is 128.
Yeah.
But you have to have staff in there too, so if it's 126 seats, I think you need more than 2 staff, and then the maximum persons is 113, so you're over the occupancy that's on this temporary that I have. Cause that's at 113.
Yeah, but we have, can I show you like, to explain the cellar is on the ground floor, cause I just found it on the certificate of occupancy.
We have a separate, I'm looking at the previous, I'm looking at New York Vibes, and they have a whole basement level. You're not using the basement level? Because that's why it says there's a basement, because there is a basement. But there,
But, on the certificate.
no, I understand there is a basement level, and it was used by New York Vibes. And that's why it says cellar. No, I understand,
Yeah.
but they used the basement, and that's why it says cellar. The cellar is in the basement. On their liquor license application, we have a cellar and the ground floor, and the diagram that you providing to us matches what's described as the first floor.
Yeah, it says, over here, OG is on ground.
Right, that's the
Yeah.
cellar. That's not the first floor. OG is what's underneath it, on ground. That's dirt underneath. That's the basement. That means there's no load on it because you're actually on the dirt. It doesn't mean you're on the first floor.
Wait, so this one, right? This one is mezzanine. So this one for the.
Right, and then the mezzanine, that's the second part,
Level
but that's on the, off the first floor, not off the cellar.
Right.
You're looking at paperwork and trying to make it fit to something that we've already had an application before us that we saw it was applied differently.
还是说，这边是不是还有一层？
没有从1楼跟
Donna?
阁楼。
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to confirm, when NYC Vibes was operating, I did patron them.
Yeah.
The way you got to the cellar was actually the other entrance outside.
Yes,
At least you
there's
got to
a.
the cellar,
它左边有个门是
not from within the first floor establishment. You actually had to go to the cellar.
Yeah, I think that's like a 101, right? Cause we are 109 and then the other entrance is 111.
So they had 2 entrances after that?
That's how the previous establishment went about it.
From the stair.
She's.
So. But it still doesn't line up with the certificate of occupancy, so. Because the cellar was the cellar. And there's nothing on the first floor other than 23 seats. I think they do the first one.
Yeah, the first floor is called mezzanine, is like another level within the premises. Yeah.
You need to go to the microphone. The first, right, the first floor is the mezzanine.
Yes.
Well, but it's first floor retail, first floor apartment, well, mezzanine, on the certificate of occupancy is what, is how they have that.
This is the mezzanine level is a partial floor.
Right. above,
It's called first floor upper level mezzanine, yes.
Right, which is.
But we have access to the mezzanine floor, so it's within the premises, the first floor, so we have stairs to look up to the mezzanine.
Right, but the mezzanine is not the first floor.
right, the mezzanine, okay, the mezzanine is not the first floor, but the cellar is also,
So,
is the cellar. So I don't see anything on the certificate of occupancy.
Cellar is on ground.
That's right, that's the cellar's on ground. It's in the basement, it's on the dirt. There can be no on ground, look, it's on, no, that's not true. On ground means that there's no weight limit, that's why it says it's on ground. Because every floor is a weight limit. But if it's on ground, you don't have a weight limit.
Meaning on dirt.
right.
Meaning it's on the ground, not meaning it's street level, it's meaning it's sitting on earth.
That's the foundation.
Right.
And that's why, that's why if you look further down, there's a weight limit on every other floor. Because it's not on ground, and that's the weight limit that's.
For the floor can hold.
Right, per square foot that the floor can hold.
Sure. So. What did they apply to that? How did they? They have a different temporary service.
I think we probably passed it when they
were
were supposed to get a temp,
That's right.
and then,
Oh,
you know, they were.
so we
Yeah, yeah. That was official, whatever, it was just child records.
but we still don't have anything. Right. Oh, when it says a picture. So this was. So is that helpful, Carter? I'm just, this is the picture they gave us.
So that's the cellar.
Oh, this is the mezzanine? I don't know. No, it just doesn't make sense. Cellar, then it was basement was retail. See that this certificate of occupancy that we had back then. From 21. Listed a cellar and a basement. This one doesn't list the basement. This one just lists the cellar. And it had a cellar, retail, basement, retail. And then the residential and then the retail first floor upper level. So that's how we got to that. I understand that. And it had first floor retail. Is this the same? Because they were 111, Mulberry. Their certificate of occupancy, they showed us was 111. Which, well, but that's what this one is too. So it's completely changed. On this. So that doesn't seem right.
What do you mean?
Well, because the one we had when they came, right, in 2021. Listed cellar, basement, first floor, second floor, etc. This one just lists cellar, first floor, missing the whole basement. Which is where the retail came in. It said retail in the cellar and retail in the basement. And retail on the first floor. And we don't have that. Now. With those numbers, I mean. Doesn't. Make sense. Okay. You see, does it make any sense to you? I just don't,
This was the 20, this was the first tax.
right, that's,
Different.
right, it was different. So,
Okay, so
I don't-
this has, so the difference
Yeah,
is that there's a basement.
right,
Which has the higher occupancy. and
Right.
the cellar, which is on the ground. There's nothing here which has. And then the mezzanine so the levels are not a grade, that's what the issue is. But there is a cellar and a basement,
right. And here we don't have the basement.
that's right. It was never filed as what's already included in there. And because it's a TCO, that makes sense. It can potentially not be on there because.
Because it's just temporary, right? And that's what had the higher,
Maybe it's fun.
right? And that's what had the higher occupancy. What's the base? On that one. Okay. So you filed plans with it's under construction, I'm just trying to understand.
Right? Is that is your concern, is it size? Yeah.
Yeah, the permit is still in the processing. Yeah.
Okay, because my concern is that the floor numbers aren't lining up and there is a basement. And there's another level that's not on this certificate of occupancy. And then the numbers don't line up because it looks like what the 113 persons is for is really the basement, because that's on the ground. In the old C of O, the 2021 C of O, temporary. So this is not your your diagram is where the number count appears to be for the basement and not for the first floor.
But if, that's the case, the math building over here only 23, but on the first floor, we have a 4,000 square footage. So.
Nobody's saying.
Right, but you just don't have the permit for it. That's,
I think at this part, maybe I can ask his architect to explain, maybe write a letter to explain, because I think they have to also.
So a cellar is completely subterranean, that's the definition of a cellar, there's no windows, a basement can have windows. Those are the two, that's the difference between a cellar and a basement. That's why a building can have both a cellar and a basement and a first floor. Because the first floor can be above the grade, but if it's below any grade, it's considered a basement.
right.
Right, and that's it exactly, and so for example, a basement apartment can have windows in it, but it's below the grade, so, and that's why on ground, if you look at the rest of it, it has a weight limit. The first floor has a weight limit because there's something underneath it, so that's why.
Because according to our lease, it says the ground floor, AKA basement, and the first floor upper, AKA mezzanine.
Right, so that's not cellar.
Basement is not cellar. Confusing.
Right.
Yeah, I think I would suggest I will have the architect, because in the architect file, the permit application, they have the floor plans approved.
So, yeah, and the reason that it's important is because your occupancy, the numbers don't match. You have a much higher number than what the cellar has. We're not saying that that's not what you could have
Yeah, and
in the
then
basement. It's just we have nothing. So,
if the plans approved and they show how many people can, the max occupancy over there, I think that will be one proof. So if they have to approve the floor plans with the DOB, I think I can have the architect provide that, and I can submit to the board.
Have you filed this with the liquor authority yet?
No.
So do you want to lay this over? not file it with the liquor authority and come back to us with the with the information that makes sense with the numbers.
Okay,
So-
yes,
So-
I'll confirm, yeah.
And so the issue here is that the landlord is a recently constructed building and they haven't finished the building. And so there's changing parts
Yeah, there's a.
that as you're changing the uses as they go through in the tenants, but it's not finalized yet. So it's modifying the earliest stuff and there's no final C of O yet.
Yeah,
So
but we're gonna.
it's important to have a plan because you need a C of O in order to operate. And if the landlord, whatever, all the little steps don't all come together to get the final approval, that's gonna be a problem in the end too. Cause then you have to pay more. Because every time you renew the TCOs, somebody has to pay for it. And they're only good for, I believe they're only good for 90 days or something like that, so.
Yeah,
It's been figuring out this larger issue is important, cause so that we can figure this out, right? I mean, the cellar is just not the basement space and we see that there are references to both.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so will you send the office just an email that says you want to like,
That's one issue, and the
What?
other was your issue with just the liquor, so just.
right, so is to lay this over until next month to come back
Yeah.
with numbers that make sense, and you will not file it with the liquor authority until you return to us. And the other issue is the full liquor license, because you know, there's a public interest in that, and not sure what the public interest is when you have 10 other restaurants that haven't needed it, and this is dim sum and those are ramen. I mean, it's not like this is this is not a fine dining or. So and it's a huge place. So, you know. I mean, my concern is that this is just gonna be a big dim sum and bar. At this square footage and with this many people. And it hasn't been licensed before for full liquor. So you may wanna give that some serious thought.
Okay, I will talk to my client to see.
This is I see this, the objections, so.
Okay, and there appear to be objections on the filing for the basement. There appear to be objections on the filing for the basement, so. So, yeah, talk to the architect.
Yes, I will.
Okay, okay, thank you. Anybody here from the public on this one, just to make sure? No, okay. Mike, Salida Group LLC, Blaine Note, 120 Mulberry Street. This is item C6. Sorry, somebody has to go last, but you've been here much later last.
Oh, yeah, this is early.
And last, so this is like, pretend it's middle.
I've seen one applicant go this far.
I mean, just pretend
You
it's.
only have 3 signatures.
Okay.
Want to sneak one back?
Mike, can you send this to the office? too,
Yeah.
Or no, okay.
Yeah, okay, I have a
Yeah,
copy.
as long as you have a copy, yeah. This is item C6, Salida Group LLC, doing business as Bueno Note. 120 Mulberry, transfer.
Michael Kelly representing the applicant. With me is Tommy Leonard. You may remember him from about 9 years ago, when we were going forward with this, but the landlord wouldn't give him a lease assignment. So this is a on-premise liquor license transfer application for Salida Group LLC, DBA Bueno Note, located at 120 Mulberry, between Hester and Canal. The restaurant will continue to operate as it has for the last 26 years. They said Tom did come before you, and he was approved. Thomas grew up working at the restaurant and also at Patio across the street. He manages both on weekends. He's been putting some hours in. He's part of the family that owns both restaurants. So we are keeping the 14 tables 56 seats and a service bar. Hours of operation are the same, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m., 7 days a week. We may apply for outdoor seating in the future, just keeping that open. We wouldn't be doing a roadside because we have a fire hydrant there. During COVID, we were able to use the commercial space next door to work, this one wouldn't. And hopefully the city council change the clearances back to 8 feet on Mulberry. This way, we might be able to get a couple of tables out there.
Fingers crossed on that, huh?
Yeah. And the reason Tommy's coming in is the current owners want to get out. That's why the landlord is bending a little bit with us. And Tommy wants to keep the restaurants in the family.
Okay. Okay, so just because I wasn't here 9 years ago, I'm like, I think
You were the JV.
everybody else on this committee.
Part of us.
Carter.
I think everyone.
Yeah, except for me. So, so you came, you signed STIPs, and then the landlord
Wouldn't give us the lease assignment.
give you the lease assignment, so somebody else.
No, these same owners kept it going.
Oh, the same owners kept it going, okay, and now they
With,
do,
with involvement, right?
Yes.
With, yeah, so it's this family restaurant, this.
Oh, okay.
Entity to operate it separately from.
got it, thank you, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
they kept it
Sorry.
going because the landlord wouldn't give us the lease assignment. Tommy did work in there once in a while on the weekends because
Okay.
he's been doing it since he was a kid.
Okay, all right. So everything's staying the same, basically?
Yes.
Okay, does anybody have any
So
questions?
just, so these are all.
Yeah, you want me to run through them? I mean, it's, closing at 12 o'clock. You won't have more than 2 TVs, there's no dancing, the backyard, closes no later than 10, and all the patrons and staff are cleared at that time. The sidewalk cafe, if you can have one, if they change that, you had, 10 o'clock and 11 PM Friday and Saturday nights. No all you can drink. Or advertised specials. Near an Italian restaurant. I think that's it, no promoted events, no DJs, no cover fees. And close all doors at 9. Wait,
Yes.
yes, close outside at 10, close all doors at 9.
Yes.
Okay, anybody? Dr. Smith?
To be the same question, I just noted price point.
Yeah, I could fill that. It ranges from appetizers anywhere between 15, I'm sorry, and 25, and then some. Main courses could be specials anywhere from 25 to 35, $40, depending on like. Fish or steak or things like that. But not really priced, not high end and definitely not low end.
Okay. I don't think there's anybody here coming forward on this. I think you're good. Thank you very much.
It's the best about going last night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, you want to take a break for a minute? Okay, we're gonna take a break for a minute.
How's that? Isn't.
So you during the break.
Yeah, please. the first two we might as well do are the two that I ran through, which we waived appearance, so that's for
Yeah,
Damsel. And for Corvette, we had steps on both of them that addressed the outside. For Damsel, they have a few more seats than what they had told us originally for the sidewalk. It was 6 seats on the sidewalk and now it's 10, but they had 16 on the roadbed and there is no roadbed. And then for Corvette, they came to us in 2024 and had steps for 48 seats and now they have 40 seats. And it's on Sixth Avenue. It says nothing on Downing, which is what we discussed at the time. And we gave them 11 PM back at that time because it was Sixth Avenue, so that's what it says.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah, just talk to the architect to find out why there's missing one floor. Cause you see 2021, they have another.
wait, no, we can't. Just send something, because we're done.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Send
Yeah.
something in writing.
Okay,
Are you still laying it over? And
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
come,
I'm
yeah,
still-
so
I'm-
send us something in writing and then we'll go through it next month.
okay. thank you,
Okay,
thank you,
all right,
appreciate
great,
it.
thank you. Okay, so anyway, so that's Danzel and then Corvette. So are we denying less on
Yes,
those two? Okay, and there's 1, 2, 3, 6 of us. Okay, all right, so then,
6970.
so 6971. Villa Moscone, if that's what it stays being called. There's really no change, I don't know that it had any stits on it, so. They're closing at 1 AM, 12 to 1 AM, and recorded background music.
So it's the son who's taking over?
The-
Something,
It's
yeah,
the son and the father though, right?
right, the son of the father,
The son and the father,
yes,
a junior and senior,
yes.
so I don't know how far back it goes, if it went back to.
Just curious if they're
Yeah.
gonna keep the famous names.
David Gruber Real Estate.
Yeah, David sent
I
it,
didn't realize that.
David sent it to him. Sorry, did you have anything
No,
to
I
say
was
about
just,
it?
so. Are they willing to stipulate to those hours?
That was, I mean, I went through the hours, those are the hours they put on their
No,
application.
no, that's,
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, I guess,
I would think they would,
I,
based on,
yes,
agree.
because I clarified the hours.
yeah.
So
And they're not bad, still 1 o'clock.
no, it's, I mean, they.
No, no,
Yeah.
but I'm just, what I was
Your
just
question
saying
is,
is
will
that,
they agree to sign to that, because they
Yeah,
didn't have
because-
anything before,
because,
So old, yeah.
well, it's just asking them to
limit
put
their,
in writing
What
what
they're
their
using,
operation
yeah.
is. And,
people don't
which
always
is
wanna do
fine.
that,
Not them asking.
right?
Donna,
Yeah.
this one, I went to the menu, to the website,
Uh-huh,
they're saying 9:30 PM.
no, I know, that's what I checked that too,
So what?
they're closing now, they're saying they close at 9:30 or
Oh, yeah.
10:30, so.
It's not a late night spot.
Yeah.
what I'm asking for is just that's what they're going until, and that's fine.
Right.
Because that's.
Right.
And they said 25 to 50 parties.
I'm not gonna put anything down. for the
Okay,
party.
yeah.
I'm not, who cares? I mean, they've been,
I think that sometimes we're a little too focused on the number of parties when
Right.
it doesn't mean much
Right.
at all.
No. And
no,
most
I think
places
the
don't know.
the point of it is to make, I think, for me, the point of the parties more is if we get a sense that somebody's going to be doing them all the time and then it's not open to the public as much
Yeah.
as it.
Well,
People
but
have
there's,
parties there,
the issue is that there are less places available to do that.
Right.
So,
We kinda want some
because the
places.
real estate's so expensive, so
Mhm. Yes.
if somebody's willing to do it, I think that's great for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
a,
a, they have weddings and things all the time. Yeah, they have a nice back room.
Okay, denying us?
Yes, we're glad they're staying. And
Yeah.
Monty's.
Gazillion years ago. I think. Okay, Noury was the next one.
Our general meal.
No. Oh, yeah, I guess it was general mail, but then they came back again.
Well, on that.
Okay, so general mail, why don't we do
Yeah.
general mail?
I just, what's happened?
I don't, this is, okay, so,
And also, it's hard to understand the application. If the attorney said he wasn't submitting it and then it got submitted.
and
Yes, oh, right.
And I think that we just need to, unless they hear otherwise, we'd like to have this called up. Because there's no clarity on what's even happening.
And I think I went back and listened to to our meeting when they came and whatever the first time they came was in June, and she wasn't here, which is why we asked them to lay it over, and I think she's a photographer or something and was out doing something. So it doesn't seem like she's that.
Well, it didn't seem there was a familiarity
Okay.
with
Yeah.
the business, and I think that you made a good point. With the manager, and that's something, that. You know, the chair fan has asked people to just submit the
Mhm.
personal questionnaire, so she is aware of who's running the businesses.
And they're giving free wine out?
Well, that's a whole other thing.
You're not supposed to charge less than half
Right,
of what, half of what the advertised price is, but if it's included as part of a
Yeah.
meal, you are allowed to do that.
Yes.
So there's some, you know, but again, what is the problem there? What are we seeing as an issue? Because if it's, you get something
Yeah,
with
it's
the
like.
meal, that's not yeah, I don't think that's a problem.
And they have a temporary license, so why bother coming here? I'm
Well, they
very
said that if they were-
confused.
Well, they didn't seem to know either.
they didn't know,
The lawyer had no clue.
No.
so, yeah, they didn't seem to know how.
Well, maybe that somebody else, the operational manager, maybe the manager filed it. who
Right.
knows?
Yeah.
You know.
They just didn't know.
But I think that what is the issues and what is it that we'd like to see if this was called up, or do we just flagging it to their attention? That we were told this wasn't gonna proceed, they provided us with a 30-day notice, and then they told us it wasn't gonna proceed, is that what we're sharing with the liquor authority, or?
I think they're serving without having done a temporary one.
But they have a
They have,
temporary.
we
But
looked
now
at
they
it,
have
They
one.
do actually
Yeah,
have
yeah.
one.
yeah. But that's right.
Although they maybe have been serving since before they got the temporary, we don't know.
Well, we didn't even know they were there,
Right.
and they didn't tell us that.
Right.
Well,
Maybe.
I passed by there in October, so at least October they would open bench.
Yeah, and their I didn't look at it, I forget what it said, but
I think
it
it's
went back
September,
sometime.
I think it's a.
Yeah.
But are we
Yeah.
discussing it now?
So-
Because
so-
I thought.
Well, yeah, I think
Well,
we
yeah,
should,
well, we wanted,
because I think that,
we want to put a position of concern in, right? That they
Right,
told us
because
that
they're
they were
already-
not
because the
going to
license will be-
apply. And that we'd like to have this be called up for the members of the authority, because there's no clarity at all.
it is, yeah,
I mean, is that right?
I think, I mean, I'm,
Until we hear differently. we
right,
want
I'm
to have
concerned that this person that is supposedly the principal isn't,
There's no idea what's happening.
doesn't know what's going on.
No, no.
And I think that that's something that we want to bring to the liquor authority's attention, because that is a big disconnect. And would everybody agree
I
Yeah,
agree,
with
yes.
that? I mean,
It was
not
very
even knowing which storefront it was in,
It
or
was very
I mean,
surprising, yeah.
not
It's like a
knowing
name.
the name,
Yeah.
not knowing
Well, she
anything.
didn't seem to have much connection. And
Right.
maybe, I
At
mean, they
all.
didn't say it, but maybe she's a financial partner.
Well, they could be, but I'm concerned
just
that
didn't
there's
specify, yeah.
undisclosed issues. That there may be somebody else running the business that's not really fully disclosed.
right.
Is there
Right.
some sort of an issue?
That's right.
Yeah.
And
So the
that's,
manager certainly.
They're
needs
the
to be
front people.
you know, well, yeah, for whatever, I mean, there's a million reasons, right, but. It's just that there's a concern and it's unclear to us,
See
and,
the value in us discussing it to that point.
That's a very good.
well, no, it's
No, because I have to
important
write
because.
something. I have to
I
write
see the
something.
value.
Yeah.
I said, I see the
Because one of the
value.
things, the character and fitness, right, and if we don't even know.
Who's running it, or,
Going
Right.
on, you know, and it's okay if they provide us with answers and we can
Yeah,
change this,
yeah.
but
And she
absent
came in,
that.
but she did not have.
But they don't have the
information,
answers, I would deny it.
And I also, what was the other thing I was gonna say? Another storefront. Oh, normally when we get something like this where they're already open, they've been open and they say they've been running for 6 months and they wanna add the liquor. There was not even an acknowledgement in this that they were already open. Had you not said anything, I wouldn't have been anything.
No, I was confused because they're saying, they're opening up a ramen restaurant, but I said, wasn't there already a ramen restaurant on that block?
Right.
So are you a new ramen
Yeah.
restaurant? So then I saw the salmon noodle, I was all confused. I said,
Yeah.
Are you having two locations?
There's two different names.
Yeah. Which they could.
Okay, so they're supposed to be laying it over.
Yeah, but
Are we denying it until they
there's
come
more,
back to us and we have clarity on who is?
this is an outlier situation that is a little bit. It's a little bit alarming
Right,
to have this big of a disconnect
right.
over a place that's already even has a temporary license, not having knowledge of the business, not knowing even their trade name, not having seemingly some plans in place.
And the attorney didn't know what was
Yeah,
what.
and nobody knows who filed the liquor license application. I mean, the word that we were told they wouldn't file. And then somehow it's filed. I mean. I'm not sure what, look, you don't have to use your attorney to file the license, they can be just representing you, but that's just. He told us they wouldn't do it,
Right.
and he's an attorney, so. It's.
Okay.
I think we just want clarity for everybody. right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily, the end result may not be denying it, like, we can get clarity, but.
Well, it's a problem when you don't know who's running it.
Right, that's a problem.
Can you label it as a mystery?
Okay, so we're denying?
A mystery. Deny, yes,
Okay.
Until
until clarification.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't quite expecting that. Okay, the next one is Noury.
Noury. Yes, Nora.
Just saying that block has changed so much that the restaurant that closed was this nice little Italian restaurant.
Yeah,
And now, I don't know why it failed. It always seemed busy to me, and now it's being replaced by a much fancier one, so that indicates. That's a real change.
Yeah.
On that street,
Maybe the lease came up.
maybe. Maybe they just wanted more money.
This. Spot, we had a lot of issues, right, in the past with.
before
Right, so it's,
this one.
yeah, I mean, I think that it just needs to be written in the stipulations as far as the windows, not having the benches outside.
Right.
Stuff, that's what
Their windows
created
don't
some,
open.
yeah.
Yeah, they do.
yeah,
They do in the restaurant? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's important then.
Cause that's a highly residential.
Oh,
Yeah.
street.
yeah.
They said there's not a rear yard, but I thought I read something in the resos that said there was some area, because that was, I think, a
This
concern.
is,
too, is it
yeah.
an alleyway or
it's an
something.
Alleyway that goes from not, like, from.
But it's not
building-
for
it's-
eating in the
it's-
backyard.
They
It's an
said-
alley that goes from another storefront over that
Over.
wraps behind the building.
Okay.
And that was the one that had the unlocked gate forever.
Yeah.
And then they took them forever to
Yeah,
figure it out.
Oh, yeah,
How hard that was, I don't know why it was so hard, but.
and the person came with the little dog. Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably here.
And it was just noise in the
Probably here,
back.
stairs to first floor, maybe?
No, so
Yeah,
this
and
is-
the service entrance exit.
Yeah, don't
I don't know, I just remember reading it, that,
Sub-level.
okay, and I remember reading.
Because these are all the places, it's like weird hatch things or something in the front, right, to get to the back, but they had to take the trash out the back because it
Yeah.
didn't come out the front.
Yeah, yeah,
And then everybody was taking out the trash at late hours and.
Yeah,
okay, I will make sure that I carefully read through the other steps,
Unanimous?
they do have a letter of no objection, and
So-
one, same hours, okay, so are we denying less?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, next one. DH9 Crosby. So that's the one,
It's a good,
that was a good outcome. They talked to the residents, everybody's in agreement, it's the same steps as before, they now have a relationship with everybody, so I'm glad that we got them to lay that one over so that everybody could talk to each other and resolve it.
Note that seating is outside, but no alcohol will be served and no music.
Right,
Made that note.
which is good.
That was a
Yep, and that was
success.
in,
That
that was
was
in the
very
other
nice.
steps, so we're denying less.
Yeah.
Okay, so that worked out.
There's no argument there.
Okay, Soho
So-
Hotel owner. So this is the one that they're
Yeah.
adding. That little interior restaurant that we had such a, it's a caviar and something else. And the bathrooms are on the second floor. I remember this application well when it came to us. And so we're just adding that into the hotel license with it keeping the same stipulations and everything else.
Yes.
You're denying us with that?
Yes.
Okay. That, and that's the one, just as an FYI, that we originally denied, not for this restaurant, but for the hotel, was denied and went up to a full board hearing. So that was. Okay, the next one is the Thor James, and that's the one where they're taking it away
Well,
from
it's
the
funny,
hotel,
like-
which your question was really
yeah,
interesting.
well, it's interesting because, you know, all the hotels wanted to take these into their
Mm-hmm.
operations so they could quickly turn these over. Without the wait for these applications. So that they could be operating partners,
Right.
but now they're going the opposite direction.
Yeah,
So it's like what,
Yeah.
you know, we've watched kind of in the span of about 10 years. That this is the reverse trend.
it'll be interesting.
And then we saw at 11 Howard, they're taking it into the hotel. And I think that's because it's too small.
I think,
to
yeah, it's really small, it's not,
I think it's very
and there's no
hard
bathrooms
to
there
have
too, so you,
another operator and
yeah,
make money to pay the hotel to be there as the operations evolve and the hotel matures and, you know, it's very well respected. The restaurants are very well respected, you know, it's a RFR and then with Steven Star, right,
Yeah.
operating the restaurants. So I think it gives them an opportunity when it's
Yeah.
for the 11 Howard
Right.
to do kind of a cool idea maybe with some of their staff and make it a
Mhm.
little.
and it's also, I mean, it's only what? 45 seats, and it doesn't have a bathroom in there, makes it hard for somebody else to be part of the hotel.
Yeah.
So
Right.
anyway, yeah,
But then for Thor though, it's just the. Yeah. I mean, we have the issue here is that Spring Street totally changed. Bike path and everything, and for the new coming in and out of there, we asked them to go on the Sixth Avenue. And then I guess they're keeping the rooftop stuff, which is sort of the clubbier space. which is
Right.
Probably
Yeah.
a little easier to operate.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fine,
Yeah.
and I just, that original agreement, I think is important, because this was the Moondance
Okay.
Diner.
yeah, that's right,
and,
okay,
You
yeah,
know,
I
it's
forgot that,
really has a.
so I'll put in that, I'll just take the parts out.
Or just say it amends the existing, and
Okay,
the way
just
it's written the last time,
Okay, all right.
you know, well, it's not,
All right, yeah, well, that's easier for me.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be easier for the next person who has to deal with it, but it's easier for me, okay.
Deny unless?
Deny unless, everybody? Is, Cholapink. All these ones I thought would be fine, I mean, not that it would be fine, but this was, this,
I just have a huge issue with anywhere in our historically tenement communities with all these old apartments putting in rear yard dining where it didn't exist.
Yeah, I
And
mean.
this is on the same level as an apartment. I mean, like the windows are right there.
Push back against these things as much as we can.
The impact is so tremendous.
I mean, we lost in the
And-
roadbed and the sidewalk, at least we can fight for this.
So I didn't mean to be particularly overwhelmed with the landlords trying to rent the space they don't even have permission to use.
Right.
They're saying it's previously licensed as a longstanding, business that highlighted our community, right? Lombardi's was world renowned.
right,
Yeah,
And, expanding that footprint in such a way that it creates a huge imposition. I mean, that's my issue. But they said they're removing it, but are they gonna come later? I mean, that's why the stipulation that they'll
Never.
never pursue it. Because it should be written in the resolution that the reason is it should be weighed if that were part of this license, because
Right,
they originally
right.
came for it. Because that is to that impact goes on top of everything. That's in
but
the
didn't they
500
say
foot
they
rule.
would
Increase it,
withdraw it?
the number of licenses, outdoor areas, the impact on the noise,
right.
Yeah.
So
and putting umbrellas out, it's not.
that doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
that's why I wanted her to finish the sentence.
So,
I mean, she knew this was hopeless for them now, but whether they really are removing it forever is unclear.
but that's why we wanna explain why we are supporting this without it.
that we would have denied this first of all, we deny unless with the stipulation that says that they will never.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Okay, so we're,
That's the only
so
objection.
we're denying unless, never.
To the tenants and their comfort.
And this is, when we say never, we mean never.
Yes,
I mean,
we never, yeah.
Even if they put a glass roof on top, do I have to say that?
No,
We
then
never.
the tenants will throw rocks.
I think that you should put it in the, therefore be it resolved also, the unusual.
Therefore be it resolved.
And they didn't do any community outreach. Nothing, yeah. Or nothing, and it doesn't matter that it's cold. They didn't think they had to because they weren't doing it now. They weren't, thinking about it.
But they didn't reach out to any of those people
And it's not because it's cold,
because it's winter.
big deal.
Okay,
Well, then we laid over
so we're denying us on this.
Okay, so wait, what are we doing?
So we're on denying last.
8 was laid over. Kim Holden.
No, nine was Cholapink.
And
Oh.
deny unless we're.
Kim Holden.
Right? That was about the cellar.
So I think that for Kim Holding though, that Donna had brought up the issue with the full OP and whether.
Yeah,
it's necessary to run this location and particularly just because given the size.
It's so big and
Yeah.
it's never, had a.
Oh, yeah, this is the mezzanine, the ground, the cellar, the basement.
Yeah.
My sister, my mother, my sister, my mother.
I mean, and I did check all their other licenses and, they're all restaurant wine.
Yeah,
Every
well,
one
they
of
didn't
them
care.
are.
They just said everybody else has it. why should
Right,
we?
that's right, yeah, that's the reason why.
I think it's a bad idea for him to open the restaurant there. If the previous guy couldn't do it, I don't think he's gonna be able to.
It's gonna be half the size.
No one really went to NYC vibes. No, he was doing the same exact stuff.
Oh.
Dim
yeah.
sum and everything like that.
Wow.
Same, dim sum menu, right?
People don't want that there.
So big.
No, it's not that they don't want it, it's that, is there enough business?
Yeah. I don't think people are walking down that particular block
Right,
for that
it's-
particular thing.
And that's an important part, because as all of our neighborhoods are evolving. When you place businesses that aren't necessarily in the right area that require foot traffic. It's hard. For them to work. And she actually said something very telling, well, everybody else has an OP.
Right,
Yeah,
Which
yes.
means that unfortunately, there's that expectation sometimes that people go to a neighborhood to open a restaurant
Yeah.
because they think it'll work.
Yeah,
Yes.
By virtue of the place without knowing.
or they won't
The
do well
nuance of
enough
the
without it,
neighborhood.
is always the
Right.
reality.
And why does dim sum require?
It usually doesn't, yeah. Okay. So that's the layover, so we don't have to vote on it, but the OP is problematic. Yeah. And that's a large space. And so lead to group one and okay. So it's just, it's a transfer. Staying the same. Deny less?
Okay.
Okay, any new business? There we go, thank you.
Okay.
Well done, pretty good. Surprise. Well, there were no people here. I did expect people from the hotel, the DH9 hotel. I was expecting that.